Hello and welcome to another Supreme Commander Forge Alliance cast. I'll be your host, Swkoll, and today we're looking at balance testing Lushan versus Zock, both taking up the changed Aeon on Serious Major. This was posted by Pip to the thread, which I would recommend if you want casters to go there. It usually gets picked clean. Zaphid usually stalks it. Guile 2. And and sometimes I will pick up some replays off of it. They are typically pretty good. Although if you do want a replay from me guaranteed to be casted, unless it's like terrible or something, you can send it to swokollcasts@gmail.com. I will cast everything that is sent to me there, unless it is completely terrible. So let's see. Lushan going ahead, incorporating the Hydra build. Tea for Life did a nice video on these the other day, showcased Napalm. Man, it's so weird seeing Lushan Teal and Aeon. It's crazy, man. Crazy. And that should be a pretty standard thing to do. Zock over here, more aggressive with the ACU. We'll be grabbing some mexes with it. But Hydro, Air, all the same. Lushan probably going to send his ACU either after this Hydro or after this Air Factory. So things have been pretty good on the FAF community so far. Channels are growing. Channels are growing faster than the community is growing. FAF has seen quite minor growth recently. I don't think it's too much of a problem. Lushan going to go ahead and build a land factory up on the ledge. Very useful thing to do if you want your build capacity up here very quickly. I mean, the other option is building your land spam here, but that's not always the best. But it looks like Lushan will build some land spam over there anyway. Early raiding going quite well. Lushan chasing a scout with a flare. So I was saying communities are going pretty good. Revolution tourney week 4 has just started. My team of myself, Numbringer, and Shepard has been doing quite fine until we met Blackheart, and that wasn't good. In related news, going double first bomber isn't viable. Nice bomb comes out from Lushan. Aeon bomber still pretty good. Seraphim bombers are arguably good. Oh, what? That is some cheaty bomber micro right there. What? He sends his bomber in, stops, turns it, and the bomb shoots out behind the bomber, just the red angle to hit that. That is some cheaty stuff, Lushan. You're a bomber micro pro if I ever saw one. Meanwhile, Lushan, nice flares. We'll deny this factory up here for a decent bit. More bombers from Lushan, ready to punish Zock for not having good spread with his inties. Looks like Zock will expand to the top with his ACU. Normally players will go to the middle with it. Just saying that factory's not building anything. And a bomb on the factory never hurt anyone. I'm pretty sure they have green blood. I wonder if their blood color has actually been determined. Someone who's read the Subcom novels, please tell me. Because I imagine that's where it would be. Flare gonna get a nice pickoff right here. Zock's expansion really being denied quite heavily, although his ICU, that can't be rated. So far, Lushan doing wonderful things. Wonderful things. Lushan leading in the power 2. But nevertheless, both players power stalling. Lushan getting an upgrade. No, just decent air production. Getting out of transport, that's always a bit expensive. Zock just doesn't have much power. Which is not good as an Aeon, because you need the radar coverage. Lushan gonna go in the mid. Mass is opened up for him. Zock is... Is Zock just not gonna go for the middle? Is that how this is gonna be? I mean, he's sounding as if he was like an engineer or something. Lushan preparing drops. All sorts of nonsense. Taking a little fire from the Tech 1 PD. Minor annoyance. Perhaps he expected Zock to take out that T1 PD. But no. I'll have to go take it out himself. While Zock chills out. Eats his pizza. And just doesn't care. Zock scouts it. He sees Lushan. He's like, oh. Thankfully you're getting all the way around to the back of the base. And find that this engine gets moved to the top in that time. So Lushan gonna get a massive amount of mass. Although, Arties did overkill the wreck a bit. A substantial amount. Lushan gonna go ahead. Bide his time. He doesn't need to take it immediately. He can go around, take up the civs first. And then he can take the main wreck. And now the drop. Very successful. Taking out the Hydro. And actually focusing on down Tech 1 pigeons. Will that kill this Hydro? No, it won't. Hydro's way too much health. So the drop kills the mechs, kills the Tech 1 pigeon, and not much more. Zock leading, doing some nice teching. Balance testings. Did I mention this was a balance testing game? NG-mod. These cool factories. And Obsidian production. Obsidians have been buffed in the balance testing, so that's why he's probably building them. I believe they have an AoE buff and a health shield buff. So Zock, what? Wait, no, this can't happen. Lushan, you left the mass. Zock can come pick it up. That's crazy. Lushan, you should have taken the mass when you had the chance. Lushan still has a 3k advantage, though he did waste some. Zock, comfortably taking the mass he needs. Nice teching from both these players. I'd say Lushan is slightly ahead in the tech. But map control is quite even. Nice bomber will come around the sides. Attempts to deny the Tech 1 PD. Is it enough fire? It does not look at it like it is. Bomber comes around. See what magic Lushan can pull with this. Getting shot down by an interceptor magic. And Zock's ACU, he's chill. This is the chillest ACU ever. Just walks across the map, comes around, takes the mass, and then goes home. Tech 2 land factories going up all over the map. Zock currently running on 3 Tech 2 factories. Well, Lushan has just started, he's just teched his first Tech 2 factory. Got his HQ up, which is the most expensive thing. An important battle here. Obsidians not really doing too much. Not the best against the Aurora. But they will act as tanky units as they get close, taking a considerable amount of fire as they one-shot Auroras. Against against like Auroras, I believe shields are still better. But if you get any higher tech units, then Obsidians become boss. Although Obsidians are still kited by Mongoose and things. And Hoplites. Nice job from Lushan. Got spotted, but control from Lushan will allow him to get his 4 Auroras around denying mexes. As a single Obsidian will move around to clean that up. Lots of shields. Lushan going to go ahead, get his power for the late game stage. As Lushan is leading by a lot. Zock's power stalling. There's his Tech 2 bar. He's producing swift wins. And he's getting his 3rd Tech 2 PGen up. There we go. Eco is balanced. But these slight denies of map control are really helping Lushan just get that slight edge he needs. Like with these mexes that are denied, Lushan can be checking in an additional PGen on Zock. Oh, that was mean. You just killed an engineer. What did he do to you? But now, Zock gonna get some revenge. He's got his own Tech 2 transport, but it's been spotted. 2 Obsidians loaded in. Unless this air is brought in production. No, 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 get out of there. No. And in the balance testing explosion, it will go down, but it has forced an air fight. There's no flak here, so it doesn't particularly matter. But Zock wins air. Despite a small eco advantage, Zock will win air, and he'll win this land battle over here. Unless this Obsidian can do something about it. Obsidian can't do anything about it. Meanwhile, Zock trying to sneak things in over here. We'll have to retreat, take 2-point defense ACU, and lots of units. Doing lots of interesting things. Obsidian is trying to get out of there. I don't know if they can. Both players doing fairly well off. Lushan getting his power slightly faster and going Tech 3 land with his factory. Gunships now being produced by Zock, now that he has the air control. And a drop. Energy drop. We'll get Reclaim. Looking at Reclaim numbers, very even for these players, hovering around 11,000 at 15 minutes. Only the best unit control from these players. Zock will now begin building his power up over here. Power has now evened out. So with this power, you can do what Zock is doing. You can go some Tech 3 land plus Tech 2 air, or you can go Tech 3 air plus Tech 2 land. That's really what you can afford with this stuff. With 2.5k power, or you could get Raz. Just pause everything while you do it. Raz is nice. Surprisingly little Tech 2 flak. Tech 2 flak is in the mix for Lushan. Fearing the gunships, fearing the gunship threat. It's quite a big threat. And a Tech 3 engineer. It'll be interesting to see if that's for GC or for SAMs or Tech 3 power. Here's brought in. He spots the flak. We'll move around. Gets spotted by the forces. Gunships trying to make something happen. Lushan over here with his own static Tech 2 flak. This is a very expensive mech raid, and it will go down. Zock losing his air advantage, but he's with these numbers, Zock still might have it. Zock 5-5 7-0. So very even, and a land engagement on the bottom will yield not much for both players. Tech 2 transport's being prepared for Lushan, as he's now possibly, he's got 2-3 Harbies. A drop with these would be devastating, especially considering the low amount of gunships Zock has to deal with them, but he has Harbies of his own, pausing his shields. Zock, what is he doing? Not something too power intensive. But a Harby in this force will make all of this fear it quite significantly. As Harby's moving out to the top. Well, this is nice. Both drops scout each other. That Tech 1 drop will get cleaned up by Lushan, and his own Harby drop has been brought in. Surprisingly, no air. Air's been out of position. The Harbies are now here. They're going to do a significant amount of damage, as this expansion is completely open to their attack. Although, so far we've seen some pretty nice jumps from these players. Now this Zock has acquired his main pizza-motivated army. He's got shields, he's got Harbies, he's got Artie and Auroras. He's ready to do business. Fake PD being constructed by Lushan. And Zock's ACU has been brought in to deal with this RB threat. Zock, you gotta overcharge that. Dang it, Zock, build some energy storage. Zock not having the energy storage, looking to get some Tech 3 power up. Very nice, very efficient. Fake point defense. Too fake for Zock. He knows what's happening. And Harpy Jump has been cleaned up. But more jumps planned. Some of these looking pretty scary. Plan is to jump directly in the back of the base. Zock under threat if he doesn't get overcharges. He's got him now. Sarbies are a bit out of position. But no radar on... No, he does have radar. He knows it's coming. Building maxes directly to Tech 2. Those assets will be a pain to lose. Unless he can keep them. Overcharges the Tech 1 Scout. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't even lose the Tech 2 Max. Like a boss. But more drops coming in. Lushan determined to kill the Tech 2 Max. Meanwhile, on the bottom, we've got shield disruptors fighting it out. No sniper bots yet, which are really the counter to Crucibles in the new patch. Obsidian's getting Tech 3 handed to them. So the Tech 2 Max stays alive! Yay, Tech 2 Max! You're my hero. Zock getting a nice eco advantage in terms of mass per second. Could be because of reclaims. Lushan, 2,000 ahead in mass income. And Tech 3 artillery being brought in by Lushan. Harvey's trying to get off on the cliff. Shooting down at the shielded forces of Lushan. Perhaps some shield disruptors from... Oh, and the drop gets shot down. Nice play. Oh no, I think I'm turning into Zaphid. Nice play, guys. I think this is a very nice play. Lushan doing nice things. Zock doing nice things. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, Zaphid. You're great. But these Harpies standing still against artillery is not a nice play. Although it still seems that they will have the DPS to at least force a retreat from Lushan. Our Tech 3 artillery is getting caught out. Harpy's taking them down. And even Obsidian's killing more stuff, and it ends up looking like more and more like a win for Lushan Ness. And he now has a nice field of reclaim, and there's not much Tech 3 here. There's a bit of Tech 3. So this is vetted Tech 3. Vetted Tech 3 is scary Tech 3. Looks like Zock will move out with this Tech 1, Tech 2, Tech 3 force. Do some minor damage, and Harvey shows up for a party. Just walks through the middle of the map. He's pretty chill. This Tech 3... Oh, those are sniper bots. The Harpies are in the mix. I'm definitely targeting Lushan having power problems. No, just damage problems. As Lushan with lots of power. Tech 3 air. No producing strat bombers. As we're seeing no Tech 3 air yet from Zock. He's just building shields. The endless battle over here continues as both players try to win this choke point, sending almost their entire ecos over here. Sniper bots continue to make their presence known, as in push over here being widely successful. Not really going to deny too much though. Most importantly, denying the reinforcements from coming over here. Looks like Zock is now building up the critical amount of shields and DPS. Sniperbot's just slowly picking away. And now Zock will send the counter mid-Harby. Is that a good angle? Can you kill a Tech 3 radar? You can. So was that Lucian's only radar? It was. So is Lucian with not as much intelligence as he probably would like. But he can easily afford an Omni, so it doesn't matter too much. Now, Tech 2 engineers have managed to make their way down here. With 12 build capacity instead of 10. They're as efficient as Tech 1 engineers. This force is retreating in the face of shield disruptors and sniper bots. And Lucian continues with the drops. What's on this? Is that a sniper bot? Lucian putting a sniper bot on the transport? No, that's a Harby. And this time, the Lucian is getting the reclaim. He's now leading 4,000 reclaim ahead. And looking to get more. If this force moves forward, and a strap bomber comes out. Makes its presence known. Zock, what has he got? Just lots of swift winds. GC being produced, but a strap bomber in the main. The massive force of swift winds moves out. Flak slowly taking care of this. Oh! Pain. Flak trying to hold it. Looks like the strap bomber has been taken out. Shield's now being produced. As Zock wins back air. Despite not having Tech 3 yet, he does have enough power to keep things rolling. A nice move would be to... Is this artillery? I believe that is Tech 2 artillery he's planning. What would be the range on such a thing? I can imagine it could do quite a lot of damage. Although Lucian with his own GC already complete, Zox is only a third there. Now shield disruptors taking on a range. GC coming around. These forces, I don't know. This I can't make this call. Can this force take on this GC? With this force in, I don't think it could. But then again, there is another force from Zock coming around. And straight to Lucian's main base. Lucian, having lost air control, having to produce ASF. Does not have the strap bars to necessarily deal with this. GC is now firing. They do not see it. Oh no. Zock realizes what's happening. He's getting out of there. Zock scouts. But meanwhile, Lucian's build capacity is dying. In quite a rapid rate. He needs to make this GC count. Zock switching not much build capacity to that GC. He's building a strategic missile defense. Well, Lucian is in danger of losing a lot of power. Does he have much power over here? He does not appear to have Raz. He does have a lot of mass income. The Tech 2 PD will take out the assisting force of the GC. But the GC still remains vastly unharmed. Now ASF taking fire from Zock's units, although the target needs to be these Tech 3 powers. If this Tech 3 power goes down, Lucian will have almost none. Lucian down to very slim power reserves. He's only got 800. That means he can't run any of his shields, any of his radars. He's got nothing. But he has a GC. This is the most important asset. This GC realizes it can do something. If it can beat this force and push through and do the same thing to Zock, he'll be in a very nice place. Zock getting an upgrade. Doesn't appear to be using any resources to get said upgrade. But now, Lucian forced to rebuild his Tech 2 power from scratch. And oh, the Carnage GC moves in, the Tech 3 force, the battle. So we can see the GC taking decent amount of damage. Well, the shields are down, the Harbies are being focus fired. Gravity arms are taking them out. GC massively vetting up. And it looks like it has defeated the force. Mercy's now coming out for Zock. Wants to Mercy this GC to death, which might be viable considering how little flak it's with. The nearest flak is all the way back here. There are a few ASFs on the field, which could easily deny the GC the Mercies, but the GC will retreat, confident that it took out the force. Only 2 Tech 3 Pigeons at once. I'll take it. Lucian's slowly getting his power back. Though Zock now with his own GC. Well, unfortunately for Zock, this artillery position has been destroyed. Now he has to face a vetted GC. It's a very scary thing. Beats his GC by 40,000 health. And has 3 times the regen. Not to mention there's this Tech 3 force up here, which is slightly larger than his own. Second GC now in production. And we can be assured that there's no second GC for Lucian. He just doesn't have that type of eco. Not to mention that he lost most of his Tech 3 land build capacity. So Lucian is in a position where he can't really make much. He's putting almost his entire eco into pushing out power as quickly as possible. That's not a place you want to be. Once he gets his Tech 3 power up, I think he'll be better. But still bad. Can he run his eco off that? Just barely, so long as he's not building more Tech 3 powers. Not running any intense power consuming things. Zock just getting, well, he's content with Swift Wind production, does not think he needs the ASF. I don't know if that's a mistake, or if that's reasonable. Lucian definitely getting a decent amount of reclaim. Looking at the reclaim numbers, Lucian 42, Zock 48. Zock actually leading by 4,000. It's probably all this that he managed to reclaim. Now, Zock has a more... both GCs actually being very defensive. Don't know exactly what to make of this. As both players deciding that they don't want to fight in this type of situation. Zock has had a huge advantage, but he hasn't really made it count for anything. Possibly waiting for the second GC to come out to push, of which there's little answer from Lucian, as his own GC is only a third of the way complete. Lucian's completed GC will be moving up. Lucian scouts the massive amount of mercies. Lucian is scared. Tech missiles being produced by Lucian. Looking at the range in these. Can hit the GC quite easily. But no eco. You can't hit any of his eco with this. Just shy of the max right there. And it looks like the air has been brought in. Mercy's hitting the GC. For the most part. Doing a considerable amount of damage. Will force that GC back. Both players realize this is the late game. Don't necessarily know exactly how to deal with the late game. I mean, Zock has all these uncapped maxes up here. Lucian with a slight mass advantage, and he, all credit to him, he's managed to rebuild his power. It took him time, it took him mass, and now it'll take him support commanders. Zock spamming up his own ASF along with sufficient amounts of gunships. That's how you kill an Aurora. Nope, that's how you miss. But either way, the GCs are moving out to 2 GCs versus 1 GC. Shields in favor of Zock. But there are a few Harbies. I don't think that can really tip the balance, though. GC's doing wonderful things. As now, Zock's 2 GCs are a severe threat. You might want to be trying to do something with these tac missiles. Lucian getting an emergency upgrade. What is he getting? Very expensive. Chrono Daminer? No, he's getting single shield, which grants him another 30,000 health. Attack missiles trying to hit this GC, miss. Though the first GC is dead from the attack missiles. Possibly from something else. Lushan taking not as severe eco damage as he was before, but still severe eco damage. This GC is not standing where it wants to be standing. Lushan now at a mass disadvantage for once, but rows and rows and rows and rows of Tech 2 point events have been constructed in Lushan's main base. This position may fall, but he has this to retreat to. More attack missiles coming out. Don't know where those are exactly headed. They killed the Harpy. It's okay. Lushan's ACU has safely retreated to his base. Oh, what? The GC from Lushan manages to get around the GCs from Zock. Completely missed this. Flak being brought in. Gunships will force the GC out of there. As Mercies come in, Mercies, for the large part, hit the GC. As more Tech 3 has been spammed up. Looks like the Quantum Gateway will not be able to produce any support commanders. And Lushan losing a bit of power, but most importantly, his mass. Lots of his mass income was over here. But the rows and rows of Tech 2 point defense are absolutely slaughtering these Harpies. They cannot engage in this situation. And they will be pulled back with the GC. This GC has retreated, facing another GC. This is absolutely crazy. I'm going to say that now. Zock starting mass Tech 1 bomber spam. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Zock continues to control air. Lushan, he's in a position where what he's doing shouldn't be viable. But it is. Now NG dropping back over here. I run into a bit of flak. Nuke ready? Nope. I've got a nuke defense. Oh no, he does have a nuke. Zock has built a nuke. Abyss units in formation. Have to deselect GC. This is NG sneaking in the back there. The drop does manage to get through. As this nuke, when it's completed, should manage to end it. And this is the push, the death march of Zock's units into rows and rows of Tech 3 or Tech 2 point defense. GC comes in, sees Tech 2 artillery installation, strategic missile defense focus down is gone. Lushan getting out of there. Lushan losing his Tech 3 power again. And he was ready. Not anymore, says Zock. As Lushan's power slowly melts away. He's got more this time. It's okay. He's got extra power. No, he doesn't. He's got even less power than last time. But he's got a GC. He might make this work. But massive amounts of Tech 3 land moving in. This is crazy. Just so many Harpies. Massive amounts of flak. Oh, Zock, don't send your air over that. That was painful. Don't do that to me, Zock. And the GCs meet each other on the field of battle. And the GC with... No, Harpies show up. Very close GC battle. Looks like it will fall in favor of... Zock, I suppose. Apparently, well played. Tech 3 in the base. Lushan, no shields, no power, no nothing. This T3 move gave you the win. It's my build power. Eco gave me win. This was a very fantastic game. Now, people don't like serious major games so much. He goes in like a man to die. And GG Lushan versus Zock. That was intense. That's a lot of Mercies, a lot of Tech 1 Bombers, and a lot of Swiftwinds, and even more GCs. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Session Major cast. It was quite fun, quite intense. Zock, I'm so sorry you didn't get to use your nuke on Sirtis. But all is well in the end. So thank you for watching, and good night.